What is going on, guys? My name is Wouters, and today we got a new trick tip for you guys. Last week we learned a no comply 180, and it's a really fun trick, but it's a pretty basic one. So once you get that unlock, you want to try variations of the trick. And today we're gonna do one of my favorite variations. It's a no comply to a pivot. It's a really hard trick to get used to, but once you get used to the trick, man, I promise you, you will love it. I'll show it right here. Alright, so we're gonna break it down into steps. First, you wanna learn how to do a no comply 180. If you wanna learn the no comply 180, you can click right here. I already made a trick tip for that trick. So you can learn that one first to get used to that trick. And once you can really do the trick, once you can do it like with confidence, then there's a second step, and that's a pivot. So it's just a really basic pivot like this. It's a really basic step, but you gotta get used to it. So you gotta combine the two tricks actually to form the no comply 180 to pivot. So I'll show the two tricks separated and then combined right now. The thing I had the most trouble with when I was learning this trick is just to catch the board on the tail after you do the no comply. And I think this is the most difficult part of the trick, so we're just gonna get some tips on how to catch your board after no comply. So when you do the no comply, you want your back foot to be exactly on the tail and not too much over there, because then your board is gonna pop up again. And you put it like too much on your board, on the center of your board, you won't be able to do a pivot anymore. So you want it like kind of on the balls, but more on the side of your tail, so you can easily do a pivot afterwards. So yeah, the first tip on doing that is just to put your back foot when you pop it. Don't put it like this, like you do a normal no comply, but try to do it more like in the center of your tail. So there's an equal distance of your toes and your heel hanging off your board. That way it's easier to grip your tail as you do the no comply and just catch it again afterwards. The second tip is just to chill out a bit. Sometimes I feel like I'm rushing it too hard, and then I'm jumping like immediately after I kick my board, and I jump it with my front foot just to catch it again, but then my board doesn't have enough time to do 180. So you gotta chill a bit and then do the 180 afterwards. This is a great way to practice a trick, just like doing it really chill. Don't rush it, and afterwards you can speed it up again, like jumping up real fast again. So something else that's really important with this trick is to really just dare to jump on your tail, because if you don't, this trick is just impossible for you. So when you pop your boards, do the 180, then normally it will just land over here safely on your boards, but right now you have the ball to just jump on your tail and do a 180. And that's really important, because yeah, like I said, if you don't dare landing this trick and doing the 180 and landing on your tail, then you'll never be able to do this. So at first you won't be comfortable with it and you'll probably bail a couple of times, but once you get the feeling of catching the board on your tail, then you can just do the simple pivot afterwards. That's a really easy trick. So you can do the pivot and then the trick is finished. So alright, and then the last tip to help you out while you're learning this trick is to scoop the board at first rather than popping it, because then obviously it's easier to do the trick and to catch your board, because your board is scooping on the ground rather than like popping up really high. Just make a more diagonal motion rather than a downwards motion. I'll show you an example of scooping it and then versus making a pop first. So yeah, you can see the difference. It doesn't look as different, but it's surely feels different. So yeah, I hope this trick tip really helped you out. Like I said in my previous video, we're starting a trick tip series every week, every other week. Still figuring that part out. But a lot of trick tips are coming up your way, so subscribe if you're into this. See you guys in the next video. Ciao.